Well, it's a beautiful morning here in South Georgia. It's about it's actually 6:30 in the morning on this beautiful Saturday. I mean, the sunrise, the sun's starting to come up with a beautiful sunrise. I'm out of the city pond. I haven't been out here in about a year and a half. And I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and he said that it's either his son or his nephew or somebody in his family come out here a couple of weeks ago and actually caught like a 4 or 5 pounder. I'm like, wow, you know, here at the city pond. I've caught some, you know, 2s, but nothing that big. And I remember one year, probably 2 years ago, I was throwing a buzz bait and had a huge explosion on it, but I didn't get him. But yeah, you know, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful lake. It's to the public. It gets fished pretty hard. Y'all seen me, if y'all been around the channel any amount of time, y'all seen me fish here before, and I've actually done pretty good here. Nothing real big, but it's a lot of fun. That's all what it's all about, getting your line pulled with some fish. So let's get out after it and see what we can do. We got the Rapala, which is my go-to bait out here. Seen some fish turn, so maybe we can catch some. Let's check it out. The sun is rising, beautiful sky. But yeah, there's some fish turning, so we'll see what we can do. Let's grab the old Rapala and get to it. All right, I got the old Rapala. You'll see me get me a swig of the old coffee. Y'all seen me fish out here before, and like I said, it's a cool little place. I don't know if I'll catch anything or not, but hey, we're gonna give it a shot. And this is a little bitty Rapala, and maybe a snag of something this morning. I remember the first time I came out here, I killed him on the Rapala. No, that ain't good. I gotta be careful out here too. There's a lot of snakes out here. I'm just popping this Rapala across the top of the water. Got a miss and a swing on it, or swing and a miss. Oh, missed him. Missed him. Man, I gotta get used to this little lightweight this morning. I ain't thrown it in so long. Let it sit there too, and he still missed it. I got him that time. Well, he's a little bitty fish. Look at that. It's a warmouth. Look at there. Look at that, y'all. Little warmouth. Isn't that cool? I gotta get a picture of him. I got to get me a picture. It's gonna be a pretty day. I got chores around the house to do, and then good item. Oh, there's a good one or something like a big old brim. It is. Look at that. That's a big old brim. Look at there. Jeez, there you go. Number 2 fish this morning. Nice little brim on the whole Rapala. Look at there. He's pretty. Need to get him off now. Let's get him off. All right, nice little bluegill. Badoosh. Yeah, I gotta make short, y'all, and you know how it is. Run an old YouTube channel. That's cool though. I got a warmouth and a brim this morning. At least I'm catching something. I'm not catching what I want, but hey, I'm catching something. And that's what it's all about, being out here catching fish. I'd like to get me a couple of bass. I'm in this little online tournament. I'd like to catch, looking for about a 15, 16 incher or better, obviously, but at least a 15 or better. Man. Oh, there it is. Got a good one there. Oh, I got a fish. Ain't that something? Oh, there he goes. Back in the water. Boom. All right. We gotta fix this line, man. I got a mess. Oh, we didn't have the other end. Let's see what we can do. Gotta get a drink of the old mud this morning. I think I just seen a snake rolling through here, so I gotta be careful. Yeah, there he is. Yep. He was right there. Oh, Snaky. Mr. Snaky. There's a bunch of them out here too, y'all. Bunch of snakes out here. Got to be careful out here, that's full show. Of course, this time of year is bad anyway. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, one year I was out here, I was standing next to the pond there. I just happened to look down. There was literally one standing or laying right there at my feet, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Needless to say, I got some yonder. Nice little bass there. You know, I've talked about it before. This place gets a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. And, you know, it's a public pond, and I've come out here before and just seen buckets of people. I say buckets of people. What I mean by that is people sitting on buckets all around this thing, man. And it's just, it's crazy. But this time of year, it gets, you know, it gets so hot, people either come real early or come late in the afternoon. And this place usually gets a lot of pressure in the afternoons. You know, people get off work and decide they want a fish fry, they'll come out here and catch them. And right now I'm just cranking it like a little crankbait, just real slow. It don't, this thing dives maybe, 3 feet max. It's really shallow running. And it's made for small fish. I mean, I've caught big fish on it, but this thing is made for your smaller fish. It is what it is. And I'm just out here having fun this morning. I'm not trying to catch a world record, that's for sure. Oh, so I'm gonna make the trip around to the other side over there. I haven't fished over there in a good while. So we'll make the trip over there, but you know, like I was saying before, this is a public pond. I've fished it a couple of times here on the channel. I've caught some decent fish out of here too. Another snake. That's a turtle. I fished this thing a couple of times and caught some decent fish out here before. I mean, it's just fun. Fish aren't, you know, huge fish by no means, but fun nonetheless to come out and try to catch some. And sometimes I do pretty good out here, and sometimes I don't. But most of the time I catch them on the little Rapala. Pond's probably, I don't know, 5 acres, 5, 6 acres. maybe. My homestead is about an acre, so it's probably 4 or 5 of those. 5 of those, yeah, so it's about 5 acres probably. Good sized little pond. And it could be so much more if they would put a little effort into it, but they just haven't really done anything with this place in some time now. And what in the world is going on here? Well, this little bugger right here is just giving me a fit this morning. I ain't having nothing but problems out of this little rod and reel this morning. I'm using the Laser Light speed spin, and I really like it by Luz. I mean, I really like it. It's a good little rod and reel. I don't know why all of a sudden it's giving me a little issue this morning. But it is. They used to hold little fishing rodeos out here for the kids years ago, and it was sponsored by the city and by the police department. And at the time I was a member of the police department, and we'd come out here and fish with the kids. And it's funny because we had one of the sergeants with the police department. He walked around the pond with a .22 rifle and shot snakes, because it's always just had a lot of snakes in here. And he'd walk around while the kids, because there'd be kids all around this thing, and the kids would have a ball, man, have a good time. And they saw a snake or something, they'd holler for the sergeant, and the old sergeant would go over there and shoot the snake. And back to fishing, you know. It's pretty morning. It's just a little after 7. I got here at 6:30. I've caught the brim and the warmouth. That's it so far. I think once I get to that other end down there, I may have better luck. I've always had better luck with the bass on the other end down there where the point of the pond is. But I wanted to try that here on the dam. It's a little deeper down here. I don't know how deep this pond is. I would suspect the deepest end is probably 10 foot. I remember when this pond went, not dry, but it got really low one year, and I come out here, it was down a good bit. So I'm thinking around back where I was just a few minutes ago, it's probably, you know, 8 to 10 foot probably. Back there towards the back end where those fish were, where I caught the brim and that warmouth, is probably I mean, you know, you're looking at 2 foot, 2-3 feet probably, if that. Got another tournament coming up in a couple of weeks down on the Wassessa River. I did the Seminole tournament thing, and I did all right. I lost a real good one right there at the end. If you've seen the video, I lost a pretty decent one, probably a 16, 17 incher, and that probably may have put me in the top 10, but I did measure out 3, and one of them got disqualified because the mouth was open. And I started to challenge it, but I was like, you know, that's my first one with that particular group, and I'm like, you know, I ain't really worried about it. I mean, it's not going to affect, you know, the outcome as far as money or AOI points or anything like that. So I didn't really sweat it. So I only got 2 that were confirmed. Or good grief, what a turn. Jeez. Probably a big carp. There's some big carp in here. But you know, I didn't get what I needed. So I ended up 16th out of 20, I think 25, 24, something like that. I don't remember. My buddy Corey, bless his heart, he didn't catch a thing. He did lose a big one though. He had a big one on. I lost it probably halfway through the tournament, and might have been a big bass too. Cause I think big bass was 21 or 22 inches, what you're talking, you know, 4 or 5 pounder. And lost it in the lily pads, got tangled up in the lily pads, come off, you know, typical typical lily pad loss, and so he didn't get anything on that tournament. But it was fun. It was fun. That's what it's all about. So I've never fished the Wassissa River before. So I don't know what to expect, other than I've watched a bunch of videos of people fishing the Wassissa. So I have an idea of what I can do, and we'll just see what happens, you know. I mean, I might catch something, I might not. My thing is, when I go in the tournaments, I like to at least get a bag. If I can get the 5 fish limit, I feel like I've, you know, accomplished what I went to accomplish, and that's to, if you can get a 5 fish limit, most likely you're going to be, depending on how many's in a tournament, you know, you'll probably be in the top 10. But I don't know. I think on Seminole the winning length was like 89 inches, I believe, 88 inches, something like that. I mean, it was the dude had a pretty good bag. I think he won big bass too, like the 22 incher, I think. There's fish turn here in front of me. Come on, buddy. Look at that. He come up and hit it. Look at there. Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness, look at that little fella. That's what you're gonna catch out here though. But that, yeah, you know what, it's fun. It's fun. Go on back, buddy. Thank you. That was cool. He literally turned right here and I threw down there and he hit it. So what I got here is what they call the Pond Buster. It's by Culprit. Just probably an eighth ounce spinnerbait. It's pretty colorful. It's orange, chartreuse, yellow. Got a little bit of everything on it. See if that don't get some kind of reaction. No, I finally got one on the spinnerbait. Look there. He ain't big enough to keep. He's not big enough, but he ain't big enough. If y'all haven't tried these Pond Busters, you know, if y'all ain't tried these Pond Busters by Culprit, they're pretty good. That's not a big one by no means, but they're not meant to catch big fish. But that's a little 10 incher. But hey, you know, that's fun. See you later, buddy. Had to get the short in, you know. I need to double that size. That was a 10 incher. I need 20. I need his mama. I need his mama. Yeah, I caught that fish. I didn't even have it on record. Isn't that something? Go figure. No. Nasty joker. Gotta get the swing right. That's 2 bass, a brim, and a warmouth. Not bad. Just nothing on the board. Nothing worthy of going on the board for that way. These Pond Busters, I ordered them off of Fish USA. I'm pretty sure they're Culprit. Matter of fact, I'm positive that's what it is, Culprit. And that's what they call Pond Busters. Put them on, I mean, I got this one on an excursion rod and reel. Actually, the reel's a lose. I broke the rod on it back in a couple months back. So I just went to Walmart, honestly, and bought this rod. It's a pretty good rod, actually. Medium weight. And running 8-pound Cajun wire on it. And it does really well. That's Cajun wire, you can't really see it. That's what I really like about it. We do have a trip planned to North Georgia, probably to Hiawassee, like we have in the past, to trout fish. Probably going to do that July, August time frame. See, y'all, sorry the video got cut short there. My battery was dying and it died. I got just enough juice to say thank you to everyone out there for supporting 1016 Fishing. I want to thank my friends at PINETREE Gun and Palm for everything they do for me. All the support I get from those guys, I really appreciate it. So make sure to look at this right here. Yeah. Boy, howdy. Better get your butt away from me, boy. Anyways, yeah, PINETREE Gun and Pawn. If you're ever in the South Georgia, North Florida area and you want some good fishing stuff, go by and see my friends at PINETREE Gun and Pawn. Tell them KD from 1016 Fishing sent you. You'll get 10% off any of your fishing equipment other than live bait. I want to thank CMTO Construction for all the support they give me here at 1016 Fishing as well. I'm getting out of here. These snakes are everywhere. Let's see if we can get a close-up of them. Let's see. Like he's right there. Can't tell you, that's a moccasin all day long right there, boys. Ah, get out of here. Look at him. I don't know if I can see him or not, but he's right there. See him? I'm out, y'all.